You might not feel it yet, but your bones are speaking quietly. Every time you skip that walk, every time you forget that key nutrient, they're getting thinner, weaker, closer to a break. And here's the scariest part. Most people don't notice bone loss until it's too late, but it's not too late for you. Today I'll show you exactly what your bones are begging for, and how you can give it to them starting now. If strong bones and independence matter to you, hit subscribe, tap like, and share this with someone who needs a bone-saving wake-up call. Let's take care of what's holding us up, literally. Your bones respond to pressure. They grow stronger when challenged. It's a biological truth. Bones are living tissue, and like muscles, they get stronger with use and weaker without it. That's why weight-bearing and resistance exercises are essential, especially after 60. Walking, climbing stairs, dancing, hiking, all of these gently load your skeleton and send a clear message. Stay strong. Even better. Add light strength training. Using hand weights, resistance bands, or even your own body weight, like in squats or wall push-ups, adds a healthy amount of stress that encourages bone-building cells to activate. And it's not just about hips and knees. Resistance training can strengthen your spine, shoulders, and wrists, the areas most vulnerable to age-related fractures. Now here's the wake-up call. If you don't challenge your bones, they start to shrink. Seniors who live a sedentary lifestyle lose 1 to 3% of bone mass every single year. That adds up fast. And it's one of the reasons a small fall in your 70s can turn into a life-altering fracture. But the good news is, it's never too late to start. Even people in their 80s can build bone strength with regular movement. The key is consistency and choosing exercises that are safe and scalable for your body. A few minutes a day is better than nothing. 10-minute walks twice a day, chair squats while brushing your teeth, or a few resistance band pulls during TV. All of it adds up. Don't worry about doing it perfectly. The goal isn't a gym body. It's strong bones that keep you steady, upright, and independent. And always listen to your body. If you have osteoporosis or joint concerns, talk with a physical therapist or trainer who specializes in aging safely. They can help you build a plan that challenges your bones without risk. This isn't about vanity. It's about freedom. Every rep, every step, every stretch is a vote for your future self. Walking confidently, carrying groceries, climbing stairs, and living fully. Bone loss isn't inevitable. It's optional, if you act now. Calcium gets all the attention when it comes to bone health, but it can't do the job alone. In fact, taking calcium without its essential helpers can be ineffective or even harmful. Here's the truth. Calcium needs direction. Without the right cofactors, it doesn't always make it to your bones. Instead, it may float aimlessly in your bloodstream, potentially hardening arteries or contributing to kidney stones. Not exactly what you signed up for. That's where vitamin D, vitamin K2, and magnesium come in. These nutrients work as a team to guide calcium safely into your bones, where it actually belongs. Vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium from food or supplements. Without enough vitamin D, most of that calcium just passes through you unused. This is especially important after age 60, when natural vitamin D levels drop, especially if you're indoors a lot or live in a cloudy climate. Vitamin K2 is the traffic director. It tells calcium to stay out of your soft tissues, like blood, vessels, and deposit into bones and teeth instead. It works silently in the background, but without it, calcium can end up where it shouldn't be, increasing your risk for arterial calcification. Magnesium plays a structural role in bone formation and regulates the hormones that manage calcium balance. It's also key for keeping vitamin D active. Many older adults are deficient in magnesium due to poor soil quality, processed diets, or certain medications. So if you're taking calcium without these three, you may be spending money and effort without seeing real benefits, or worse, causing problems down the line. Smart supplementation means taking a bone support blend that includes these cofactors in the right ratios. Even better, get what you can from food. vitamin D from sunlight, fortified foods, and fatty fish, vitamin K2 from fermented foods like natto, or supplements magnesium from leafy greens, pumpkin seeds, nuts, and beans. And don't overdo calcium. More is not always better. Aim for around 200 milligrams per day from both food and supplements, but only as part of a balanced, coordinated approach. Bone health is a symphony, not a solo. If you're relying on calcium pills alone, it's time to tune the whole orchestra. When it comes to strong bones, most people think milk. But if dairy is your only go-to, you're missing a big part of the picture. Bones aren't just made of calcium, they're living tissue made of minerals, collagen, and connective structures that need a variety of nutrients to stay strong. Eating a broader range of bone-building foods gives your body what it truly needs to rebuild and maintain skeletal strength. Let's start with sardines, with the bones. These tiny fish are one of the most overlooked superfoods for bone health. The soft, edible bones are rich in calcium and phosphorus, and the fish itself delivers omega-3 fatty acids and vitamin D, two key players in reducing bone loss and inflammation. Then there are leafy greens like kale, collards, bok choy, and turnip greens. These are packed with plant-based calcium, magnesium, and vitamin K1, which helps regulate bone turnover. Unlike spinach, which contains oxalates that block calcium absorption, these greens give you absorbable nutrients with every bite. Nuts and seeds, especially almonds, sesame, chia, and pumpkin seeds, add magnesium, zinc, boron, and healthy fats, all critical for bone remodeling and hormone support. Bonus, they're easy to snack on or sprinkle into meals. And then there's bone broth, a traditional staple that's come back for a reason. Slow-simmered bones release collagen, gelatin, and amino acids like glycine and proline, which support the inner matrix of bone tissue. Think of it like giving your bones their own scaffolding. Dairy can still play a role, especially fermented options like yogurt or kefir, which also support gut health, and a healthy gut helps absorb minerals better. But relying on milk alone is like building a house with just one kind of brick. Bone health is complex, and your diet should match that complexity. The more variety, the better. A plate rich in minerals, good fats, collagen, and plant compounds feeds your bones at every level, not just the outer shell. So next time you plan a meal, think beyond dairy. Think balance. Think depth. Your bones aren't chalk, they're alive and they're listening. Feed them like they matter. Long hours spent seated quietly signal your bones that they can relax, and over time, that can lead to softer, weaker bones. When you sit too much, whether it's on the couch watching TV, at a desk reading, or simply resting in a chair, your skeleton isn't getting the physical stress it needs to stay strong. Bones respond to pressure by building density and strength. Without that regular stimulus, the natural process of bone resorption can outpace bone formation, and the result is a gradual loss of bone mass. When you remain sedentary, the reduced mechanical load on your skeleton discourages osteoblast activity, the cells responsible for constructing new bone, while osteoclasts continue to break down bone tissue. Over time, this imbalance can contribute to osteoporosis and make your bones more susceptible to fractures. It's not merely a matter of muscle atrophy. The lack of movement sends a clear message. We don't need to be as robust. And that message, echoed day after day, accelerates the wear and tear of your body's framework. However, the solution is both simple and free. Movement. Even gentle activity can remind your bones that they're still needed and help them maintain their strength. A brief stretch here, a short walk there, or even standing up frequently throughout the day are powerful ways to stimulate bone remodeling. Think of it as a daily wake-up call for your skeleton, a gentle, persistent reminder to work, support you, and protect your independence. It doesn't have to be strenuous exercise, light stretching, doing a few squats or chair rises, or simply walking around your home for a few minutes every 30 to 60 minutes can make a significant difference. These small bursts of activity promote blood flow, encourage the transportation of essential nutrients to your bones, and help maintain muscle tone that supports skeletal structure. Over time, this consistent habit becomes a critical part of maintaining robust bone health. Your bones need regular, gentle stress to adapt and grow stronger. Just as a plant thrives with a bit of wind to strengthen its stem, your bones flourish with movement. By breaking up long periods of sitting and incorporating small bouts of activity into your daily routine, you can slow the process of bone loss, reduce your risk of fractures, and continue to enjoy a life of independence and mobility. Don't let a sedentary lifestyle steal your strength. Move a little more each day and give your bones the message they need. Stay active, stay strong. Hormones are the quiet architects of your bone health. Long before any symptoms appear, your body's internal chemical messengers are shaping your skeletal strength, or slowly allowing it to fade. And after 50, especially around menopause or during andropause, those hormonal shifts can become the hidden reason why bones begin to weaken. Estrogen plays a major role in protecting bone density. It helps slow the natural breakdown of bone and supports the rebuilding process. That's why, after menopause, women experience a sharp drop in estrogen, and along with it, a rapid increase in bone loss. In the 5 to 7 years after menopause, women can lose up to 20% of their bone mass if no action is taken. But this isn't just about women. Men experience a more gradual decline in testosterone as they age, and testosterone also helps maintain bone strength. When levels dip too low, bone resorption can begin to outpace bone formation, especially if there are other risk factors like poor nutrition or a sedentary lifestyle. Another often overlooked hormone is the parathyroid hormone, PTH, which regulates calcium levels in the blood and bone. If PTH becomes imbalanced, either too high or too low, it can quietly disrupt how calcium is deposited in your bones, leading to brittle or porous skeletal structures over time. The good news? These hormonal changes don't have to catch you off guard. A simple blood test can check your levels of estrogen, testosterone, vitamin D, and parathyroid function. From there, a doctor can recommend hormone replacement therapy, if appropriate, lifestyle changes, or nutritional support that helps bring your body back into balance. For some, that might mean estrogen therapy or bioidentical hormone treatment. For others, it might involve managing thyroid health, supplementing with vitamin D or magnesium, or addressing chronic inflammation that's disrupting your hormonal equilibrium. What matters is that you're not guessing. You're testing. Getting your hormones checked after 50 isn't about vanity or youth. It's about prevention. It's about protecting your bones before a fracture ever happens. Because once bone is lost, it's much harder to regain. But with the right hormonal support, you can slow, or even stop, the loss in its tracks. This one step can mean the difference between frailty and strength, between a future of caution and a future of confidence. Don't wait for a break. To find out what your bones have been trying to tell you, get tested, get informed, and give your skeleton the support it needs to stand tall for years to come.